up late? Well, yes, of course I am. Do you think that I sleep like humans do? Oh, now you're just trying to insult me. I digress. Are you looking for something in particular? Well, you've come to the library at an hour most humans are fast asleep. I can only imagine there's something you're looking for if you've dragged yourself here, of all places. Judging by the fact you were practically falling asleep, I'm going to assume you've been here for some time. I've been wondering where you ran off to after dinner. Because, yes, treat my castle like your own home, why don't you? No, I'm just giving you shit. You've been staying here a couple of weeks. You should be used to my humor by now. Are you cold? You don't have to lie. I can see the goosebumps along your skin. Wait here. I will grab you a blanket. Here. Do try not to catch a cold while you're a guest in my home. Do you mind if I sit? That thing you're holding. When you first arrived weeks ago, you were holding it in your hands. May I ask its importance? Though, if you don't wish to disclose, I won't pry. I've lived a very long time. I can understand when somebody's body language is hesitant. When a yes isn't truly a yes. That being said, you walked up to the front door of the castle with it in your grasp. You hadn't even bothered to stash it in a bag or put it somewhere safer. It's quite obvious that it's important to you. A gift. It once belonged to someone else. I see. You needn't to divulge further information if you do not wish. If I may, however, I think this is quite an excellent opportunity to get to know you further. Then proceed. How long ago? That's not as long as it feels, is it? My mother kept things like that. Small things. Objects that had no value to anyone else. A piece of ribbon, a pressed flower from a garden she'd visited once before she met my father. A small glass bottle. Empty, but she kept it on the windowsill anyway. Said the light came through in a way she liked. After my father died, and I had the opportunity to search the castle, I found them all in a wooden box at the bottom of her wardrobe. I don't think he went through her belongings even once. These items, though, she never mentioned them, never journaled or made a ceremony about them. She simply kept them. It used to perplex me, but as time progressed, I began to understand why she did. Yes, that's exactly it. Memory is a strange thing. Some things leave your mind as soon as they enter. Other things, you feel as if you can never forget them. Yet even when you think that, one morning you wake up and you can't remember the precise sound of someone's voice, of their laugh. You can remember that they laughed. You can remember how it made you feel. But the sound itself, it goes, eventually. Though it seems most things in life do. Objects, however, can serve as a memento of the past. If cared for properly, they stay exactly as they are. Despite how unordinary an object may appear, each one holds a secret power. The mere sight of one can bring something back that you'd forgotten about long ago. That alone is priceless. The memories. I believe it to be one of the more quietly courageous things a person can do. To keep something, when keeping it means you have to feel it every time you pick it up. I hope, at least, that the memories you hold within that item are ones of happiness. For what it's worth, I believe the fact you still carry it, that it hasn't ended up as a relic of the past, discarded and deteriorated over time. That tells me something about who you are. You don't let things go just because they're heavy. I think I admire that. Anyone that will see through the difficult times because they cling onto hope. My father kept nothing. Or rather, he kept everything in the wrong way. He kept grief, as though if he held it tightly enough, it would become something else other than anger, something other than pure, unfettered hatred for humans. I spent far too much time trying to understand him, trying to understand where the love he once held had gone. I wasn't able to figure it out, not until after he was gone. He forgot how to hold his loss without being consumed by it. The things my mother kept, I don't think he ever truly understood why she did it. He saw the world in monuments, in scale. She saw it in a glass bottle, in the way light moved through it on a particular morning. I took after her in that, I think. Yes, she was remarkable. Not in the way that people call someone remarkable when they mean extraordinary. I mean she was quietly remarkable. The kind of person who made you feel that being seen by her was worth something. Or perhaps I'm biased in thinking that she was my mother, after all. She saw the good in things that had given her very little reason to, including my father, for a very long time, including me on the days when I wasn't sure there was much good to find. She did. I think the people who know what matters to them are the ones who decided what is worth carrying what is worth letting go. You found what matters to you. I surmise you've had to let something go in return. I mentioned that objects come with a feeling. When you hold yours, what do you feel? Pain, happiness, sadness, love, or is there more? I see. There's no right answer. After all, emotions are what we feel as individuals. There's something that I think many have yet to realize. Pain and love are not entirely separate things, where the people we've lost are concerned. They arrive together. They stay together. I used to wish that weren't true. It's much easier to wish that they were separate. But without darkness, there can be no light. Without pain, there cannot be love. If the pain is still there, it means something real is still there with it. Yes, aside from the castle itself, the memories etched within these walls, I do have one thing. It's an heirloom, passed down from my mother. A sword. Every swing I take is meaningful, measured. I have her to thank for that. My thoughts lately have been uncharacteristically philosophical. I've been pondering what it means to continue. Not in a dark sense. I only mean there's a version of grief that convinces you forward movement is a kind of betrayal. That if you stop hurting, you've somehow let go of the person. I never quite believed that. Those that live on in our hearts, I believe they'd want the opposite. They'd want to be the reason you woke up and found something to reach for. Not to be the reason you stopped reaching. My mother would have had very little patience for me, standing in a dark castle, cataloguing my own sadness. She'd have said I'd look far too much like my father. She'd have handed me a coat and pointed at the door. Yes, she would. She had very little tolerance for self-pity, including her own. It's something I try to remember. On the harder days, especially. It's late. You're welcome to stay where you are, though this library has much more comfortable chairs near the corners. I'd recommend those in the event that you doze off. Whatever you're carrying it well. It may be hard to remember at times, but even taking one step is still a step forward. You don't need to thank me. I only came for a book, is all. Get some rest. Oh, there's a garden on the south side of the castle. My mother planted it. It's overgrown now. I haven't had the heart to tend to it properly. But in the morning, when the light is right, it still looks beautiful. If you want to see something that survived everything this place went through, it's worth a look. Good night.